Buying glasses, or spectacles as we always call them, should be fun. It should be really fun. And I just had so many experiences where I'd go into a really brightly lit, clinical, plasticky environment, get thrown through an eye test that lasted 15 minutes, given a whole bunch of numbers that I didn't understand, and thrown all this terminology thrown at me. And then I was expected to make a purchase decision, which may cost me £500, without understanding any of the context. And you kind of, I always felt leaving that experience of kind of sort of perplexed at what had just happened. My name's Tom Broughton, and I'm the founder of Cubitts. We are a spectacles and sunglasses company. Our kind of angle is offering a really nice handmade product and kind of reviving a lot of the legacy, particularly London's legacy and sort of frame craft and fitting and dispensing, something that this country was really good at until the last century. When we first started the company, we wrote down the very principles of how we would market and how we would sell our product. One of those was we would never unnecessarily upsell, ever. We as the professionals would make the decision for the customer and in their best interest, not our best interest. So all of our coatings are included in the price. Every frame we sell has an anti-scratch and anti-glare. So we don't give people the option, don't charge anything extra for it. We'll choose an index of a lens based on what the customer, I think, cares about, which is they don't want lenses that pop out of the frame and look like milk bottles. That's what customers care about. It's understanding that a consumer, when they're buying something, has a whole bunch of decisions, some of which they enjoy making, some of which they don't. So if you take away the ones they don't and simplify that, they can focus on like the really fun stuff, like trying frames on, trying different colours and all that kind of stuff. I absolutely love King's Cross, and I thought it kind of represented some of the principles about what I cared about as a brand, which is something that is kind of authentic, isn't too kind of showy. It maybe has the odd little bit rough around the edges, but it's, it feels like London, proper working London. So the main thing is our rivet. So if you go around King's Cross Station, particularly Granary Square, and look in the ground, there are these wrought iron, they're called butterfly rivets. They were kind of interesting geometrically, but also the fact that they've sort of form followed function. The reason of that shape was to hold granite blocks together, and I thought, wasn't that a really nice principle to kind of carry through the frame? So all of our acetate frames have that rivet on them. They actually hold the frame together. Our then logo is then we have this thing called a tag, which is above our logo, which is the outline of that shape is split into two to represent kind of K and X, to represent King's Cross. All the frames are then named after streets around King's Cross, a lot of that were developed by the Cubitts brothers. And so we try and have some sort of touch points that always sort of reference the area. And again, I'm not sure that every customer is going around wearing a particular frame thinking this is a kind of reference to King's Cross, but it's kind of important to us that we had that sort of consistency really and relevance right through the kind of brand and the product. If people have increasing access to everything, you go online, you can buy something on Amazon in like 10 seconds and it can be delivered that day. People go to stuff that it feels more scarce, more rare, and that has been, I think, brands that have a kind of real sort of depth to them or something different. So we want to go global. How big? I mean, who knows? 2.5 years ago we didn't exist, and now we have 2 shops and growing customer base. So who knows?